The supporters of Celtic Football Club will remember forever the last time they stood and cheered in the famous jungle. For many, it was the end of an era in which they'd been privileged to witness many great teams and countless memorable occasions. November 1994 saw the beginning of a new age, when the north enclosure was demolished to make way for the construction of a new £17 million north stand. With seating for 26,000 supporters, this would form phase one of an ambitious plan to build one of the most impressive stadiums in Britain. While Celtic spent an uneasy season playing at Hampden, construction continued, and the giant structure dominated the city skyline. While fans celebrated the long-awaited return to paradise and the visit of Newcastle United, Tommy Burns and his players relished the return to the hallowed ground.
Got a few players that's not played here, there's got a manager that's not managed here. So we're all very excited. It's a fantastic time for the club to come back to the new stadium. And the way the supporters rallied to the club, perhaps at the time it's needed them most, and I think it's quite remarkable, and it's a fantastic tribute to the people that support Celtic Football Club. I think the one thing we wanted more than anything last year was to come back here with something tangible to build on, and the fact that we won the Scottish Cup is a big bonus to us, but it's something that we'll not rest on, because we know that the Celtic supporters are looking for a lot more trophies, and that's what we're going to supply for them.
This is home, and it's smashing to be back here. You know, the players are delighted. Some of the boys have never played here for Celtic. As I say, it's the first time I've played here, obviously, in front of the new stadium, so as I say, it's a dream. You say it's always a dream to run out in front of the jungle, but it's a brand new jungle.
Great, big crowd, the boys are looking forward to it. A good day for the whole club. It's great to be back at Park again. And you know, it's just going to be a very enjoyable day for everybody.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's important for us, I say, you know, after winning the Scottish Cup last year, to capitalise on that, and hopefully we can win the league this year. The reception we'll get today, I think that's what was missing at Hampden last year, and I'm sure we'll get a noisy chorus from the fans singing today.
We're looking forward to it. It's been a hard year. Hampden wasn't much fun. I think all the players, certainly all the supporters, everybody's desperate to get back. So can't wait to get out on that turf and hear the Celtic supporters singing again.
Ready, guys? Done. Yeah, ready.
So Celtic's new striking partnership of Andreas Thom and Pierre van Hooijdonk get things underway here at the refurbished Celtic Park. It is indeed the start of a new era, 16 months without football at the stadium, as Celtic try to come forward. In steps David Ginola, summer signing by Newcastle United, a great left foot shot and a wonderful save there by Gordon Marshall. Well, Ginola did everything right and certainly tested the goalkeeper, and the Celtic fans, of course, giving number 10 Ginola some stick there. He could have come to Celtic, he said no and opted instead to go to St James's Park. But here come Newcastle again. From the corner, it's Beardsley on the edge of the box looking for a shooting chance. He squares the ball, well intercepted, but once again Newcastle have it with Lee. Plays the ball back. Beresford. Good interception by Peter Grant. He stumbles and loses out again, and it's Scott Sellers who tries to take the ball down the left. But that'll be a throw to Celtic. Collins. Looking at the options open to him. And here comes Beardsley again for Newcastle. Good challenge. And away comes Peter Grant. Ups the pace. Straight down the middle, just too far ahead of him. He gets a second chance, but a good interception there by Howie. Celtic come again. Here's Van Hooijdonk, a shot by Van Hooijdonk and a save by Snurchek. But Van Hooijdonk showing his appetite early in the game. Newcastle building from midway inside their own half. Intercepted by McNally. Here's Collins. Bata. Collins again, down that right flank. Andreas Tom lays it back. Batter to Tom. Celtic fans eager to see what he can do this afternoon. On that occasion, not successful, but the ball behind for a corner to Celtic. Left-footed in swinger. And the head is there, and that one's away from the post. Andreas Tom so close to getting a connection there. Celtic losing out, but regaining possession through Collins. Slip inside, Andreas Tom. Collins, great ball, measured perfectly there to Batter. Collins again getting involved in everything. McNally. Tom. Through ball. Batter's there. The ball comes off Beresford and behind for a corner to Celtic. Well, there's the striking partnership discussing how they're going to handle this one. As the ball again swung in, headed away. Grant's there for Celtic. Knocks it down to O'Donnell. The cross into the box. Half a chance, but cleared, swept out of the penalty area and down towards the halfway line. All the fans enjoying the sunshine this afternoon at the new-look Celtic Park. They'll be hoping for some goals to add to the atmosphere and the occasion. Beresford downfield. Once again, it's Beardsley who picks up the play for Newcastle. And now Ginola, well, the boos going around the stadium. And the cheers as Peter Grant holds him down. Referee Hugh Dallas will have a few words to say about that challenge on the Frenchman. David Ginola, not the most popular person at Celtic Park this afternoon. Here come Newcastle, looking for the shooting opportunity. Sellers bundled off the ball. Now here's Ferdinand, £6.5 million summer signing from Queen's Park Rangers. Beresford has it, lays it back. Here's Beardsley, tries the shot from long range, but that was never really going to trouble Gordon Marshall. Peter Beardsley himself, a self-confessed Celtic fan, will be enjoying the occasion. A very historic occasion, of course, this afternoon with the opening of the new stand. So Marshall clears downfield. Knocks back up and out. And Tosh McKinlay to take the throw for Celtic. Tom Boyd. Boyd's one challenge. Newcastle come forward again. Here's Ferdinand. Great skill by the England international. Touch now to Ginola. Back it goes, meant for Ferdinand. Well intercepted by Tom Boyd. And earning the applause of the Celtic fans in the stadium this afternoon. 31,000 fans packed in here. Batter to Tom. Let's see what he can do. Oh, again, a good challenge. Defeating him there. Howie on top of the Celtic striker at the moment. Beardsley, great play by Peter Grant, through to Van Hooijdonk, a shooting opportunity for Van Hooijdonk, off the bar, and back it comes out towards the edge of the penalty area. Celtic still in with a chance as McKinley's cross comes in, but that one's headed away. Great play by Peter Grant, a wonderful ball threaded through the defence. Van Hooijdonk realised he had the opening, looked up, tried the shot, it was almost perfect, just a touch there from the goalkeeper, I think, pushing it onto the bar. Certainly a great effort by the Dutchman. Still no goals as Newcastle come forward and headed into the safe hands of Gordon Marshall. A chance then for Celtic to break down the right. Batter cuts inside and lays it back to Peter Grant. That goes left to McKinley. Will Fox with them, but McKinley finds Tom. Peacock goes with them. And the challenge by Peacock, and that must be a penalty. Andreas Tom chopped down inside the penalty area. Hugh Dallas had no hesitation in pointing to the spot. And the Celtic fans celebrate. Well, Tom there, getting past his marker. Peacock just hauling him down. And there was never a doubt about that award. It'll be John Collins to take the kick. Sends the keeper the wrong way, and Celtic take the lead against Newcastle United on this historic occasion to mark the opening of the new stadium. Perfectly taken kick. Sneercheck went the wrong way and Celtic are in the lead. Tom back in his own half. Gathers the ball. Oh, some lovely football there between Tom and Van Hooijdonk. It's the German international now pushing the ball out to the left. Collins is there. A deep ball to the far side. It finds Van Hooijdonk. His cross into the middle. Peacock's there for Newcastle. Van Hooijdonk gathers again, leaves it to Vata. Cross into the box once more, and once again headed clear. But Celtic continuing the pressure. Here's Grant. Well, O'Donnell doesn't quite know where the ball is, but Beardsley does. And now Ferdinand running at the Celtic defence. Great tackle by Tony Mowbray. Collins collects, but applause there for the big defender. Well, the whistle's gone for a free kick. Foul on Tom. I'm sure the Celtic fans are well impressed with what they've seen. The first chance, of course, to have watched Tom in action. Newcastle try once again to build from the back. Good play by Sellers. Scott Sellers missed a great part of last season. He was injured in November. He's certainly back in things now as Ginola sends the ball through for Ferdinand to chase. But that race is won by Gordon Marshall. Mowbray. The head-banded McNally. And now Vata operating in the right of midfield. Back it goes to Mowbray again. Looking for support. And Hooijdonk. Vata again. Celtic quite happy just to sit on the one-goal lead and build things gradually. A great ball from Van Hooijdonk. And O'Donnell can't quite get in there before the ball's whisked away from his toes. But applause from him for the cross from Van Hooijdonk. And O'Donnell will be looking for more opportunities like that. Collins with the corner. Header out. Only as far as Vata. His shot beaten down. Another half chance. Van Hooijdonk, if he can turn. But he looks for support instead. Still Van Hooijdonk. It's knocked back. Vata heads it back into the box. Celtic determined to make something out of this. Here's Van Hooijdonk again. And the shot deflected behind for a corner. Celtic at the moment well on top. They've got that one-goal lead and they're looking to add to the tally. Well, Van Hooijdonk's been a great asset since he arrived. The corner swept in and headed out. And that'll be a throw to Celtic. No, just kept in play. Collins, left-footed, in-swinger into the box, but that's straight into the arms of Snericek. Newcastle United goalkeeper, the Czech international, of course, throws out to Beresford. And now Sellers. Beresford likes to come forward, but opting this time to leave the ball to Ginola. Good ball by him out to the right. A great tackle, and Celtic have possession again. Downfield to the halfway line. Van Hooijdonk wins the ball in the air. And now Collins. Inside to Grant. Piece of play by Grant through the legs there of Ferdinand. And there goes the half-time whistle at Celtic Park. Well, the fans turned up to see not just a football match, but an occasion that they've been treated to some great football in this first half. The half-time score, Celtic 1, Newcastle United 0. So Ferdinand gets things underway for Newcastle. They'll be hoping to try and at least get back in level terms in this second half. Celtic leading by a goal to 0 as Newcastle United sweep the ball downfield, but no problem for Gordon Marshall. The fans have enjoyed what they've seen so far. They'll be hoping that Celtic can add to the tally in this second half. Pottinger tries to get Newcastle going inside from Beardsley to Ginola, through to Beardsley again. And the challenge there by Mowbray sends the ball behind for a corner. Well, a timely tackle by Mowbray as Beardsley was certainly eyeing up the target. And it's Beardsley himself who goes across to take the corner. And there's the applause of the Celtic fans. They know that he has Celtic at heart. Ball headed away by Van Hooijdonk. Newcastle have it again at the back with Beresford. One's chipped forward into the penalty area. Gordon Marshall claims it as his own. And the whistle goes for a free kick. Tom and Sellers there as John Collins takes up play, looking to put the ball down towards the Newcastle United goal. It's Vata. Inside to Grant, quick ball forward. Tom's on with a chance here, but the flag's up and the whistle's gone for offside against the German international. Well, he certainly showed that he was ready to pounce at any half opportunity, but no joy on that occasion. Newcastle now coming forward. The ball actually going back to the Swiss international Hottiger. Now Rolf Fox, signed from Norwich for £2.2 million. Beardsley, left it goes to Beresford. Now Ginola. Scott Sellers is down the left. He catches it. Ball in for Ferdinand, and the header and a goal for Newcastle United. Les Ferdinand showing why Newcastle paid £6.5 million for him. Signed from Queen's Park Rangers in the summer. A great cross from Sellers. And a wonderful header by Ferdinand, giving Gordon Marshall no chance. And the Newcastle United fans at the stadium this afternoon have got a moment to savour. That was the ball from Ginola. Sellers just kept it in, inch perfect with a cross. And Ferdinand well above the defence there to head past Marshall. So it's Celtic 1, Newcastle 1, and everything to play for as Collins comes forward for Celtic. O'Donnell. McKinley. Touch back to Collins. The return to the fullback. And Hooijdonk. Beresford's with him. Good ball by the Dutchman. Here's McNally. Pushes it right to Vata, takes the return. McNally with a first-time cross, cleared out of the Newcastle area. Here's Peter Grant. Good play by Grant. He's been involved in so much in midfield this afternoon. Here comes Tom. Can he create some space for himself or someone else? Tom with the shots, and that one's saved. But again, Andreas Tom, it may be his first game, but he showed a great deal of understanding with his players. Tom coming off to great applause and well deserved. It's been a superb start for the German international this afternoon, and he's savoured every moment of it. Andy Walker coming on to take his place. I'm sure he'll be looking to get in the score sheet. It's going to be competitive for strikers' places at Celtic this season. Van Hooijdonk. Walker with his first touch. Creates some space for himself, but the shot is weak and not really causing a problem for goalkeeper Snurchek. Rolf Fox for Newcastle. Here's Beardsley. There's always danger when he's on the ball. Through it goes. Fox takes the return. A first-time pass left. Ferdinand is there, but he's forced wide. Still Ferdinand on the ball, right across the face of the goal, but nobody there for Newcastle to take advantage. And the ball eventually swept behind by Tosh McKinley for a corner to Newcastle. It's still Celtic 1, Newcastle United 1. Corner comes in to Ginola. Feeds that ball back. Here's Lee with a left foot shot, and a great save by Gordon Marshall. We saw that one late. The shot certainly right on target. The ball laid back by the Frenchman. In came Lee, struck it well, and Marshall just had time to push the ball over the bar. Beardsley with a corner. Lee with a chip into the box. And the header from Ferdinand, and that's just over the top. Well, he's already shown his prowess in the air, and once again, beating the defence to the ball, but putting it over the bar this time. Tosh McKinley for Celtic, across the halfway line. No one coming to challenge him. McKinley leaves it to O'Donnell. Through it goes to Collins. He's inside the penalty area. The tackle from Darren Peacock, and the ball out for a throw. McKinley with it. Collins battling there with Hottiger. The ball goes behind for a corner to Celtic. Quickly taken. Collins now with a chance. Plays it back again to McKinley. Good ball inside. That one's just headed away. Once again, Celtic pick it up. It's Grant. Left to Tosh McKinley again. Takes on Hottiger. That's the beating of him. If he can keep it in play, well, down he goes. And the referee says that is a free kick to Celtic. The Swiss international fullback does not agree, but McKinley takes the free kick. A mistake by the goalkeeper, a chance for McNally, and Peacock clears. Well, Mark McNally certainly had an opportunity there, but he didn't take it. Ginola. Oh, great ball there for Rolf Fox. Out on the right, challenged and beaten though by Tom Boyd. Good play by the Scottish international. Intercepted by Hottiger, but the ball out of play. Let's have a look back again at that cross. The goalkeeper didn't gather it, and McNally certainly had an opportunity, but too many Newcastle bodies there as Celtic come forward again. Van Hooijdonk played into the centre. Peacock get it, and Andy Walker was ready to take advantage there, but Snerchek was there to gather the ball for Newcastle. Here comes Donnelly. Great through ball. Chances on for Van Hooijdonk, but he's forced to check back. Looking to see what options are open to him now. Finds Collins. Left it goes. Simon Donnelly plays it back to McKinlay. Donnelly again. Good ball inside. Collins, though, beaten to the ball, and Beardsley pushes it further downfield to Ferdinand. Oh, great play by Ferdinand. If he can catch this one, and he can. Through he goes on his own. Great pace by the striker. Into the penalty area, and a shot, and that one hits the side of the post and goes behind for a goal kick. Well, we've really seen the striking talents this afternoon of Les Ferdinand. One-headed goal, another great header just over the top, and there we saw not only pace but skill, and only his finishing let him down. Peacock, but only as far as Van Hooijdonk. The offside flag is up, and so Phil O'Donnell has to about turn and go back towards the centre circle. And let's have a look again at that. An offside given, but as you can see from the replay, an unmerited decision. Collins to McKinlay. Down the left flank it goes. The chase is on now for Walker. Darren Peacock gets it, but can't do much with it other than put it out for a throw. Walker leaves that, and Donald decides he's going to leave it too, and it'll be Tosh McKinlay to take it. This could be a long one into the box. No, it's not. It's quickly taken instead. McKinlay takes the return across into the middle, headed away by Beresford. McNally now for Celtic. If he can hold it, he can't. And away come Newcastle down this left-hand side. Great touch out to the left. And Ferdinand there to collect. Plays it inside, misses out Sellers this time. Ginola tries the long-range effort. It cannons off McNally, and Beardsley just takes the pace down again. Out to Real Fox. Here comes Ginola. Cross into the middle. Ferdinand's there. The ball right across the penalty area. And there goes the full-time whistle. It's Celtic 1, Newcastle United 1. An historic day. There's Kevin Keegan leading his players back up the tunnel. John Collins and Les Ferdinand shaking hands, the two goal scorers. And the fans in the new North Stand, well, they'll have enjoyed it. 23,000 of them packed into the new £17 million structure. And each fan will remember this afternoon with pride. John Collins, what a day for him, scoring the first goal in the revamped stadium. Takes the applause of the crowd, and a healthy crowd up from Newcastle United too this afternoon. And there's Peter Beardsley with a Celtic scarf round his neck. Well, it's not the first time he's worn those colours. And he applauds both the home and away support as Newcastle United and Celtic leave the field at the end of a great afternoon at Celtic Park. A glorious evening at Celtic Park, the new North Stand looking resplendent, and the star-studded Liverpool side provide the opposition to Celtic this evening. Ian Rush, the man of the moment with the fans, certainly a man who's broken virtually every goal-scoring record, but no £8.5 million signing Stan Collymore to play for Liverpool tonight. A record British transfer fee, but he's not in the side. The Celtic, well, it's up to Van Hooijdonk and his new striking partner Andreas Thom to provide the goals. He certainly struck up a relationship against Newcastle United. And referee Les Mottram ready to get things underway here at Celtic Park. The crowd eagerly anticipating the whistle. They're looking forward to the next 90 minutes of action. And that's it underway as Van Hooijdonk plays the ball back to Collins. Immediately Rush trying to latch on to that, but Celtic still have possession inside their own half. Whistle goes for stop of the game. The fans will be hoping for a fast-flowing, entertaining 90 minutes. Boyd with the free kick. Into the Liverpool half. Headed on by Van Hooijdonk. Back it goes from Tom, but didn't manage to find his striking partner. John Barnes leaves it to Phil Babb. Out it goes left now to Harkness. Celtic showing appetite in the early stages. And Tom goes down. That'll be a free kick. Michael Thomas the culprit. Van Hooijdonk lays it left. McKinlay. Rush goes towards him. Good ball inside. Great return pass by Tom. McKinlay with a chance to get the ball into the middle, but it's blocked and goes behind for a corner. And an enterprising start by Celtic. John Collins goes across to take the kick. Ian Rush trying to marshal and organise the defence there. Cross in from the left, and well taken by James. Long throw by the goalkeeper, looking for McManaman. Good challenge by Collins. McKinlay, Tom. Looking for support. Finds it in the form of O'Donnell. O'Donnell charging into the box. Down he goes. And some appeals for a penalty there as O'Donnell went crashing down for the challenge from Rob Jones, but no joy from the referee. Celtic have it with Tom again. Back deep in his own defence. Vata. Celtic anxious to get the ball up into the Liverpool half. Now they have the opportunity. Tosh McKinlay. Long ball out to the right. Great ball for Tom. Back to Vata. In it goes, but the form of Neil Ruddock is there. The Rangers wanted to sign him last season, but he said no to them. Celtic with Collins. McNally challenged and beaten, but Celtic get the throw. And there's the debutant this afternoon, wearing number 5, John Hughes, signed from Falkirk. But it's Grant who sprays the ball left to McKinlay. And that left flank again, he finds O'Donnell. Thomas is with them. O'Donnell lays it back to Van Hooijdonk. Van Hooijdonk lying deep at the moment as McKinlay takes on Jones. And the whistle goes for a free kick to Liverpool. The Celtic fans anxiously waiting for something to shout about. And the team certainly showing appetite as McNally comes forward down the right. Vata. Grant. And now McKinlay. Good ball by Tom to McKinlay. Into the penalty area. Out comes David James. And Van Hooijdonk was waiting to take advantage of any slip, but it didn't happen. And now Liverpool come forward. Fowler well beaten. And Michael Thomas gets John Scales possession, and now Barnes inside the centre circle. Looks left for McManaman. Left again it goes. Taken inside by Harkness. Lovely slip. Just got a touch there of McNally. And that averted any immediate danger, but Liverpool come once again down this left-hand side. That ball turned into the penalty area, but easy collection for Gordon Marshall. Well, last time Liverpool and Celtic met, I was down at Anfield, and Tommy Burns what reminded of the scoreline there. It was a 6-0 drubbing. This afternoon, he and his team are looking for revenge. Collins with a free kick. Deep into the penalty area. Headed clear by Scales. Half a chance for O'Donnell, but that one's just over the top of the bar. Liverpool building slowly again from the back. So slowly that time as the ball breaks almost into the path of Ian Rush. Great interception. Here come the Anfield machine once again. Barnes. Good play by the England international. Out to McManaman. Again, the patient build-up. It's done them proud in the past. The whistle goes as Ian Rush nurses an injured ankle. and that's a free kick to Liverpool. The shot from John Barnes, but no real danger in it. Gordon Marshall saw it all the way. Left-footed, he's found the target so often from that kind of position, but not this afternoon. Tom for Celtic. McManaman's with him. Wins the duel, but Celtic have the throw. Andreas Tom, an impressive debut in the match against Newcastle United. Here's Collins for Celtic. Bundled off the ball, and that will be a free kick in what is a very dangerous position. Dangerous, that is, if you're a Liverpool defender. And the Celtic fans right behind this side, they see this as an opportunity perhaps to take the lead. Collins lining up right on the edge of the box. Tries to get that one to the far post. Well, I'm not quite sure whether he meant that as a cross deep to the post or whether he actually was looking to sneak that one in the corner. In any event, it drifted out for a goal kick. Van Hooijdonk gets the touch. The ball put out of play. Another throw to Celtic. Andreas Tom takes the return. Nally just gets the touch, gets a second chance to do something with the ball, plays it forward to Collins, edge of the box, and a scramble there for David James to collect. John Collins only has to see a half chance and he'll snatch it. McManaman, now Robbie Fowler. We haven't seen the best of him this afternoon, not yet, that is. Well beaten there, but Liverpool still have it with McManaman. Peter Grant just waiting, not committing himself, and eventually the ball out now on the right. Thomas to Jones. Fowler, Jones with a chance. Oh, and that was a great opportunity for Liverpool. Rob Jones shakes his head. He should have done better. Here comes Celtic with Collins. Tom. Scales is with him. Plays the ball inside, looks for the return, a touch from O'Donnell. Bata, Van Hooijdonk's wide on the right, the cross into the middle, out comes James, and he just snatches that ball away. A good cross by Van Hooijdonk, and Phil O'Donnell was ready, but David James didn't give him a chance. Liverpool now building from the back. John Barnes. McManaman and Ruddock out wide on the right. Here's McManaman again. Celtic backtracking at the moment. Here's Fowler, challenged and beaten by McKinley. Collins is there, but Liverpool regain possession. Robbie Fowler linking with John Barnes. Left now, Harkness. Barnes once more in the thick of things. Good play by the England international, but the move breaks down. Not for long. Here's McManaman again. Liverpool piling on the pressure. Celtic surviving adequately though. Jones takes the return from Barnes, tries a shot. That one's wild and high, and once again another half opportunity there for Rob Jones. Not as good as the last one, but failing to take advantage. And there goes the half-time whistle at Celtic Park. Some good football in the first 45 minutes, but no goals for the fans to get excited about. Celtic 0, Liverpool 0 as the teams leave the field at the end of the first half. Well, the fans will be hoping for some goals in the second 45 minutes. Certainly plenty of good football, but denied something to really shout about in the opening spell. As Liverpool once again build patiently from the back. There's Ruddock. But O'Donnell for Celtic. It's quite a chase for Tom. He won't get that one. John Scales taking no chances though. Well, the Celtic fans patiently waiting for an opportunity. Here's Collins. Can he provide it? He slips just at the wrong time. Recovers well, and the ball goes behind for a corner. Tommy Burns out on the touchline. Collins with the corner. Van Hooijdonk gets his head to it. Not on target. But some promise there for the Celtic fans. Collins' corner, swung in. Van Hooijdonk certainly won the jump, but he couldn't direct the ball, and it sailed high and wide. Barnes for Liverpool. A good challenge, well won by Hughes. This will be a memorable match for him. First game in the hoops of Celtic. Scales, Ruddock. And Liverpool again content just to slow the pace. McManaman. Now Barnes. All the play in the centre of the field at the moment. Ball crossed into the middle, a chance for Ian Rush. Well, his first touch wasn't as good as you might have expected it to be, and Rush couldn't control the ball. Marshall Garland. Tom Boyd. McKinley. Van Hooijdonk misses it. Headed on by Batter. A chance for Van Hooijdonk! But the shot over the top. He just got under the ball, and the big Dutchman couldn't find the target. Well, Rudy Batter applauding as he leaves the field to be replaced by Simon Donnelly. Lots expected of this youngster. He started with a bang at a quieter time, and now he's back ready for the fray. Good ball forward, Fowler will chase. Hughes is there. A great challenge by John Hughes. Yogi's back at Parkhead. Boyd. No one prepared to go for that one. Liverpool have it. Knocked downfield, one in the air again by Hughes. Tom. Grant in the middle. McNally. Can Celtic build something this time? Back once more to McNally. And now Collins. McManaman's with him. McNally has it again. Tom. Not such a clever pass. Fowler intercepts, and away comes McManaman. Fowler in support. Rush waits as well. And here's Watson. Ball played inside by Harkness, but here's Tom. Celtic with a chance perhaps to break here. Collins. Donnelly. Back to Collins. Now Peter Grant. Collins again. Good football from Celtic. Boyd. McKinley. Keeps it down the left. O'Donnell tries to cut inside. He's got Scales with him. Finds Andreas Tom. Takes on Ruddock. Can't get past him, and James knocks the ball back down towards the halfway line. One again in the air by Hughes. And Liverpool have it with Barnes. Well intercepted by Collins. Donnelly, the Celtic fans right behind the team now, looking for this opening goal. Van Hooijdonk. McNally. That's deep into the penalty area. Out comes David James, and he gathers. And it's Liverpool's turn now to move upfield. Fowler looking for McManaman. Boyd's with him. McManaman has that yard though. Turns the ball in. Across, intended to be across the face of the goal. Marshall was there for Celtic. McKinley for Celtic. Andreas Tom out on the left. Inside it goes to Boyd. Donnelly inside his own half. Surging forward now and no challenge. That finds Tom. Dangerous now for Liverpool. The challenge appeals for a penalty from the fans certainly, but play continues. Here's McNally. Deep into the box. Van Hooijdonk gets ahead to it. But that one goes behind. Andreas Tom taking the ball inside. Was that a foul challenge? Well, the referee decided it wasn't. So no joy for Celtic. McNally. Van Hooijdonk. Now Collins. Still Collins, he's been forced wide, he's waiting for a chance to get the ball into the middle. It breaks to Donnelly. It's charged down, here comes Celtic again. Collins, blocked by Barnes, intercepts McNally. Now Andreas Thom with half a chance, can he get the opening? The ball's still not cleared. O'Donnell, the ball finally charged out of that area. Well, Celtic piling the pressure on Liverpool. Fate not with them, and now Liverpool have possession. It's their turn to break downfield. Harkness. Inside to Barnes, and now McManaman. Left again, chip into the box. It is clear. And the Celtic defence have certainly coped well with the Liverpool attack this evening. Grant. Oh, looking for Van Hooijdonk. Didn't find him. Chance for Liverpool to come forward again. Ruddock leaves it. Babb has it. Now Ruddock takes up the play. Once again, the traditional slow, patient build-up. Not expected of Liverpool in the FA Carling Premiership this season. And certainly Roy Evans has assembled himself a very good side. Celtic with equivalent hopes in the Bells Premier Division as they come forward now. Donnelly tries to find Van Hooijdonk, but no joy. Applause though from the Celtic fans, urging Celtic to find the goal that would give them victory. Thom, an interception there. Half a chance now for the German international. Cuts inside, creates a space, and the ball headed behind there by Neil Ruddock. A chance out of nothing for Celtic. Andreas Thom, the man creating it. Collins with a corner. Up goes James, well held by the goalkeeper. Collins. Van Hooijdonk. Donnelly. Not scared to take on his man. Collins. There's a chance for Thom again, and once more the ball not quite running for the German. Liverpool breathe again, and Andreas Thom curses his luck as the Anfield side come forward. McManaman, Donnelly's with them, so is McNally. That ball goes out to the left though, and when it comes in, John Hughes is there to head behind. Tom Boyd urging his teammates to greater attempts, greater efforts. Comes the corner, the header by Ruddock off the bar. Well, Marshall collected that easily second time around, but that was a dangerous moment for Celtic. The corner came in, Ruddock out-jumped everybody, and the Celtic defence and the Liverpool attack has just watched as the ball rebounded off the bar. Liverpool come forward again. McManaman, great play, inside the box, danger here. Terrible shot though, what a finish, he knows it. For Celtic. Hughes to the penalty area, but headed away on the 18-yard line. Here's Thom though, knocks it back. Van Hooijdonk tries the long-range effort, beaten down and out of play. Donnelly. Can Celtic get the winning goal? McKinley. Liverpool have possession. McNally goes to meet the threat. Well, John Hughes hadn't a clue where that ball was, but thankfully for Celtic, Gordon Marshall did. And there goes the final whistle to bring to an end this Gala Challenge match. Celtic 0, Liverpool 0.
There's no doubt about it that it makes such a difference to be back where we should be, and there were many difficulties at Hampden, both on and off the field and behind the scenes, and for the fans as well. So this will mean that this year we don't have those things to worry about, and all we've got, I think, was, as you can see, an excellent first phase of our stadium development, so it'll add to the atmosphere here at Celtic Park. And also the fans enjoyed it enormously. I think everybody had a great time today, so I'm really delighted to be starting the season on this kind of a high note.
You got tremendous support, and this club looks like it's on the way back for me. This is the start of it. Obviously, the team's got to respond to that, and that's Tommy Burns' job, and I wish him good luck with that.
I want to thank you for your support, to tell you how much we love you.